Okay, everybody, we're about to go over the Monday Night Football game. The Las Vegas Raiders win their first game in Las Vegas, beating the Saints 34-24. Bit of an upset, I would say, even without Michael Thomas. But before we do that, I just want to say, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, all of that good regular stuff. All right, anyways, let's move on. And immediately, let's address the elephant in the room. Drew Brees. Saints fans, you might not want to hear it, but the reality of the situation is the dude's 41 years old. And he might be washed. He might be washed. He can't throw the ball further than 5 yards down the field. People were saying it last year. Having a receiver as good as Michael Thomas, who excels at running routes like that, those little short routes, having a receiver like that maybe masks a little bit of Drew Brees' inefficiencies, but the dude it's not only that he can't throw it downfield, but he just doesn't. He doesn't even bother. I don't know if he even attempted a pass down the field in this game. And then he threw a horrendously bad pick, man. I don't know who in the fuck he was throwing this to, but you're telling me Jameis Winston couldn't do better than this? Good Lord. What was he looking at? I'm just going to attribute that to pressure. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, Drew Brees, who really was not that good last year, I get stats-wise he might have been, but again, it was these same issues where he just couldn't throw the ball down the field. But they do have a good enough team, and their team is built to run these little short, intermediate screen slants. Their team is built for this, but it's going to be tough to win big-time games if your quarterback not only can't throw the ball downfield, but is completely unwilling to do so. And I don't know if, it is week 2, so I'm not going to jump to any crazy conclusions. I still think the Saints are one of the best teams in the league. I'm probably going to have to walk back my Saints are the best team in the league take that I've had all up until 3 hours ago, because what I saw tonight was a little depressing. It was a little depressing. Drew Brees, again, God, you don't want to say he's washed, because, this is one of the best quarterbacks of all time, and if he goes out and is amazing the rest of the season, anyone who says that he's washed is going to look like a dumbass, but he just looks washed. It just is what it is. I'm not going to say they need to switch to Taysom Hill. I don't know why. Of all the Saints fans I've seen asking to bench Drew Brees, they want Taysom Hill in over Jameis, which I don't understand, man. The hate for Jameis is wild. Especially, you would rather have Taysom Hill than Jameis? Give me a break. The Saints, really, the only positive is Kamara looked really good again. Kamara looks to be Kamara of old. He looks really hard to bring down. He's really quick. Look how fast he gets the outside here and it, runs right past him. That's a huge mismatch on that linebacker. For early in the game, he looked really good. He's super tough to bring down in space. He looks good so far, which is a really good sign for the Saints, obviously, especially if Drew Brees is going to be this bad. They're going to need Kamara to do this, especially with Michael Thomas being out for a while. And that brings me to something else. Where was Emmanuel Sanders? Everybody thought that Emmanuel Sanders was going to be the one to sort of take over or at least obviously Emmanuel Sanders isn't going to have the role Michael Thomas had, but he was going to at least replace his production a little bit. He only had 1 catch and was only targeted 3 times. Can they just not? That's again, it's the unwillingness to throw the ball deep. Kamara led the team in targets and in catches. Screens, dump offs. Traquan Smith had 7 targets, and all of those, I can't really think of any that were super, any deep balls. They're all either slants or little dump offs. And he did have a really nice play, though, by the way, that I want to shout out, because Traquan Smith, you don't really expect. That was a nice little pass. That's actually not the play at all I thought it was. But, oh well. Also, was the shit on the Saints a little bit more. Defensively, that was an embarrassment. Somebody has to get fired. If I'm a Saints fan, I want somebody fired. Greg Allen, I'm sorry, not Greg Allen. Dennis Allen has exposed himself a few times now. And that was an embarrassing defensive effort, man. How do you let Darren Waller, who's amazing, by the way, but how do you not completely shift your focus to stopping this dude who literally the entire night just embarrassed you? Absolutely embarrassed. Malcolm Jenkins, horrific game. Just horrific. Absolutely horrific. Got bullied by Darren Waller. Anytime that he got matched up on him, absolutely bullied. He was terrible. What else? I mean, there's no Cam Jordan, ghost. Where was he? Who knows? Got a really, really bad horse collar penalty that he was upset about. That was clearly a horse collar. There's really not many positives to say. And I know that there are a lot of Saints fans who are going to blame the refs. Saints fans, you guys have gotten fucked by the refs a lot. I will give you that. But not every single game is their fault, okay? You guys got absolutely thrashed tonight. And the DPI, it was a DPI, man. It was. Was this overthrown? Yeah, maybe. But there's no... The refs are never going to watch this arm hook happen. Like, the refs are never going to watch that happen and say, okay, that's not a flag. I don't know what Janoris Jenkins, he was terrible tonight too. I don't know what Janoris Jenkins was thinking there. That ball is clearly not catchable. If you're Janoris, you can probably tell that from where you are on the field. Why hook his arm? That makes no fucking sense. I don't know what he's doing. Just a dumbass play. Seriously. No reason at all for it. What is the reasoning for doing that? I don't know. And that definitely cost a chance, at least, of going down and tying the game. But again, is Drew Brees going to dink his dunk his whole entire way down there? You know, that's kind of where we are right now with Drew Brees. It's kind of sad. It is kind of sad because he's 41 years old, and God damn, he looks like a shell of himself, man. I don't know if he's just not capable of throwing it deep anymore, or for some reason he just has no confidence in his deep ball, or if for whatever reason they're not letting him. I don't know what's going on, but he does not want to throw that thing deep at all. Let's move on to the Raiders, who are now 2-0. Go Raiders. They look good, man. They look good. Carr had his mistakes. Carr, it's just like sometimes it would be nice to see Derek Carr hit Ruggs right here. You know, it'd be nice to see him try to hit this deep home run to Ruggs, who is open a lot. When Carr finally, I don't know if Carr doesn't trust him yet or if Carr's just not comfortable throwing it deep yet. But once whatever that is gets fixed, Henry Ruggs is going to be an issue because he was wide open several different times tonight. Here's an overthrow on him. This would have been a tough throw, but you would like to see it. Maybe as they play more together, this connection it grows a little bit stronger. I really liked what I saw from Bryan Edwards tonight. I was trying to tell y'all. He really didn't do much week one, but he had a nice night tonight. I think, he only had like 3 catches, but he was making plays. Was making plays after the catch. He was drawing a DPI on Marshawn Lattimore, who also had a terrible game. Marshawn Lattimore is either really good or really bad. There's a zero in between whatsoever. And tonight he was really bad. Saints defense as a whole, 0 positives. I don't think there was a single one. That's kind of a questionable DPI, but it's close enough. Josh Jacobs, I thought the Saints actually did a pretty decent job of stopping Josh Jacobs, even though his stats are maybe, you look at his yard per carry, I think it's like 3. So that's obviously not that great, but a lot of that is him getting those little ice the game carries where the Saints know they're running the ball and they get stops anyway. But Bryan Edwards only had 2 catches for 42 yards. So not that much, but he was still making plays. Darren Waller, though, 12 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, at no point did you think, okay, maybe it's time that we double team Darren Waller. At no point did Dennis Allen say, Carr hasn't really gone deep yet. When he hasn't been able to connect with Ruggs. Let's just force him to throw the ball deep, and let's put 2 people on Darren Waller. At no point did you think that. I mean, 12 catches on 16 targets? Jesus Christ, man. That's crazy. He was just bullying you all night long, just wide open. I mean, on mismatch after mismatch after mismatch after mismatch. Great play calling by Gruden and the Raiders. They run a good offense. They really do. Gruden has looked Gruden really has not been a bad coach. He really hasn't. I like what he's been doing. They run an offense that works for them. He knows that their strength is a little intermediate game. those screen plays, getting Josh Jacobs involved, getting the ball to Darren Waller, and they do that really well. So shout out to them. I mean, this was Darren Waller all night, just crucifying this Saints defense. Dennis Allen, man, wake up! Season started. Michael Thomas, come back soon. Team needs you, I guess. Even though Michael Thomas really isn't going deep. I don't know. I think it is time to have the conversation about Drew Brees. Do you bench him? I mean, I don't know if that is ever even really a possibility. Do you bench Drew Brees if you're the New Orleans Saints after everything he's done for the organization? I don't know. But, yikes. You don't like what you've seen so far. Because even against Tampa, it's not like he was throwing that thing deep. We'll see, man. Saints fans, let me know what you guys think about Drew Brees, okay? Because I've seen a lot of Saints fans defending him. Obviously, you're going to defend your quarterback, especially one like Drew Brees. You're going to defend him to the death. But I've seen some coming around on Twitter thinking it might be time. It might be time to move on. Obviously, it's way too early to say anything now. But if come week 4, week 5, if Drew Brees is still not throwing deep, if he's still making bad throws, if he's still inaccurate, let me see if I can find this one highlight. He's also, it's not that he's just not throwing the ball deep, but he's just missing guys, you know? I'm trying to find this one. There's this one specific play that I have, but I guess I can't find it. But you have to be scared of what you're seeing, that's for sure. I don't know, Saints fans. You guys tell me. Oh, is this it? Yeah, it is right here. Drew Brees missing Josh Hill. I mean, wide open. Wide open. Not even close. Yee. I don't know, man. Does Jameis provide you the offense that you need? Jameis will air that thing out. You know that for sure. And you got the weapons to air it out. That's for sure, too. Or do you go Taysom Hill? No, you shouldn't. Don't go Taysom Hill. I get the Taysom Hill shit, but, dude, come on. No. Okay? That dude has not played quarterback in any capacity for like 10 years. How old is Taysom Hill? Taysom Hill has been a gadget player now for like 8 years. He's 30 years old. And I don't know the last time. When was the last time that he was legitimately like taking plays as a quarterback? None. That would be a disaster. He has thrown 14 passes in his career, and you guys want him to take over. I mean, it'd be interesting to see like how their offense would run. It'd probably be a lot of options and crazy trick plays, but you'd be better off with Drew Brees. Even Drew Brees, 41-year-old noodle arm Drew Brees. That's all I got. I feel bad for the Saints. I mean, I love the Saints. Being in the Dallas area, you know, we know a lot of Saints fans, so they're always one of my second favorite teams. I like the Raiders too, though, but it's sad for the Saints. This game, obviously, it's week 2, so you're not jumping into any crazy conclusions, but after what Drew Brees put out there tonight and that defense, you're a little spooked. But if it's any consolation, they just didn't look ready. Like, they didn't look ready to play. I don't know if that's something that is a good thing, if that's something like, okay, the Saints, they just didn't come out to play tonight, or if that's just like a sign of what's to come. Who knows? I mean, they went from being my number 1 team in the NFL, me thinking they're the best team in the NFL, and they probably dropped a few spots. Raiders look good, though. With an extra playoff spot, they could sneak in. Who knows? All right, that's all I got. Subscribe, like, all that good shit. Saints fans, what do y'all think? Is it time to move on? I don't know. Okay, bye.